It sounds so rowdy. Morning everybody, here at Just Money Motorsports in Lake Havasu. Check out this absolutely insane X3 that James, the owner, has built for himself. He has got so much stuff in this thing. It is pretty much a race buggy, I guess. And at this point, my Can-Am is getting almost there. I've got a bunch of stuff going on today from DRT Motorsports, and Just Money are going to be putting it on the car for me. So let me show you what I've got. And then we're gonna do some before and afters because the car is already sick. It is about to get even sicker, even more sick, much more sick. That's where the magic happens, huh? So everybody, this is James, owner here at Just Money. And yeah, they've been in business for, you're telling me, over a decade now, right?
Yes.
They've been in Havasu, looking after people's side-by-sides, Sea-Doos, wave runners, basically anything Powersports, right?
Correct. Yep.
So yeah, if you guys need anything doing, then I'll obviously put all their information down in the description. But yeah, today and tomorrow as well, we're gonna have Travis here putting on all of this stuff, which is not insignificant. So DRT, pretty much through the entire parts catalog at this car, this is what I'm honestly most excited about. So this is gonna be the new tire carrier. So right now I have my spare up on the roof and it's great and I do love how it looks, but it does put the center of gravity way higher than I'd like it to be. So we're gonna be moving that down to here. And so I am gonna lose these 3 link attachment points, but that doesn't matter when you've got a roof rack. And so essentially the spare tire is going to sit like this, and then this is a storage bin that they have that goes underneath it. So I am still going to be able to put stuff under there, and most importantly, I'm going to be able to lock it away. And that's the thing that is the most annoying about when I go places in this and I have to park it up. I have to go into the store, or if I'm staying over at a hotel or something, heaven forbid I'm not camping. When I went to do the Mint 400 and I got to Prim and I had to lug about 300 pounds of shit out of the car and up to my hotel room, now, with this storage bin, I'll be able to lock it away underneath my spare tire and I won't have to worry about it. So that's going to be very nice. We've also got some other cool things, radius rods. So these are way beefier than the standard ones. New mud guards, because this one is doing just fine. But the other one, in fact, the time that I lost it was the first time that I met these boys, which was the poker run in Havasu. And yeah, something stole it. So we're going to be replacing those. And then just a bunch of like really nice CNC'd stuff. So like this is their gear shifter, and it's just so like all the machining is really nice. Like all the edges are super well beveled. Like there's no sharp edges on anything. Just, yeah, very nice. So this whole cockpit is going to get a nice little upgrade. So it's going to look like that instead of that. Don't get me wrong, I love how the Mav R is as stock, but sometimes it's nice to get a little fancy. And so stuff like metal shift paddles is just going to, that like tactile feeling, it's just going to be nice. And the reason why these Can-Ams don't come with it from the factory is because this is already a very expensive vehicle. And so by the time you start throwing on like billet machine stuff, the price would just be exponentially more. So by being able to add this on in the aftermarket is honestly another great reason to own one of these things, because you have so much ability to just make it your own. I've also got some rock guards here as well, which are going to go right about there, because I watched a video the other day of a man going through a muddy puddle somewhere in the middle of nowhere in on the East Coast, and as he went through the puddle there was a log and it went all the way through his car and like almost took out his passenger. So I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's a new fear unlocked. So anyway, I'm going to leave the boys to it, and we will see what this car looks like with all these goodies on. I'm very, very excited. So, update for you, we've got all of the show goodies on. The go goodies are coming soon, but this is all mounted up. It looks gorgeous. I mean, that is so nice. And then this has got the logo on the back side of it. Fits in there really nice. And then my metal flappy paddles feel very good. I've even got a little metal steering wheel adjuster underneath, which is cool. So I think next up we're going to do the mud flaps. all the kind of easy, quick stuff to begin with. And then Travis is gonna get to the trunk and the spare tire carrier, hopefully later today. If not today, then tomorrow. And then radius rods are gonna go on tomorrow as well. So looking forward to seeing that because they are a hell of a lot beefier than stock. So this is what's going on, and this is what's coming off. As you can see, definitely a bit more heft to them. Are these hollow, the factory ones?
Yes.
And these are solid?
Yep.
Just a bit of insurance. Day 2, and look what just showed up. We have got a new air intake from RPM as well as their catch can relocation kit. So this is going to install a nice catch can to keep the intake nice and clean, and then this absolute beast of a carbon fiber intake. It is gorgeous, and this will replace the stock intake, which I'll be honest, this stock air filter I've always been really impressed with. Not only does it stay clean, probably because I have the roof scoop on here so it gets nice clean air, but it's super easy to service. All you have to do is pop these clips off and it gives you direct access to the air filter. I know on some of the older cars and some other models, it's difficult to actually get to your air filter, but literally that is it. So if you need a change or blowout, service your air filter, you're done. On the side of the trail, no problem at all. I haven't taken this out for a couple of days. So I do really like the design of the factory air intake, but this thing should sound epic. And what this does is this relocates the air filter from down there to up here in the scoop. So it actually runs inside this ducting and then goes straight to your turbo. So I've never actually heard one of these on the car before in person, but I imagine we should get a little bit more induction noise given that it's now up here instead of behind the firewall. So that's gonna go on. But first thing we need to do today, because we now have the DRT trunk installed, which gives me a nice, safe place to keep all of my goodies. There's also the cooler here that fits in, which I haven't actually looked at yet, but this goes in like that. And so if you want to take some food, some beverages, or some people actually use this as like a toolbox, which is kind of cool. Does this fit in here?
Yep.
You just have,
It's a tight squeeze.
you have to you do it. Nate's the professional. Travis, Jesus,
Yep.
why do I keep calling you Nate?
I don't know.
Travis, not Nate. I've just got it in my head now. There we go. So yeah, it does fit. You just have to be a professional to get it down. And then this is going on.
Yep.
And then that's where my tire will sit. So we'll manage to get all the weight off there. So yeah, all right, let's get into it. We also have our assistant here today, Diesel Dog. We're gonna go to the dog park after this. So are we gonna go to the dog park? Do you want to go to the dog park? Yes, yes, yes. He's just enjoying the cool weather. It's absolutely beautiful right now. I think the high today is going to be high 70s, which if it could stay like this all year, I'd be a happy boy. And James was saying it makes a huge difference getting the weight over the rear axle on these things, right? Because they are pretty nose heavy, which you'd think they'd be tail heavy given that the engine, transmission, everything's back here. But yeah, I do notice that when I go over jumps and stuff, they tend to want to kick the back end up more.
Yeah, it's a little nicer having the weight off of the roof.
Yeah, it's all really nice stuff, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
the fit and finish on it all is super nice. The welds are all good. I know I said let's put the tire on at the end, but now that I've seen it, can we get the tire on?
Yep.
All right, say goodbye to the tire being up here. This is it. Man, that looks sick. Look at all the room up here now for activities. So I'm pretty sure these are all spaced out, these holes for the link accessory points, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I can just bolt in my link attachment. So even though I've lost the link points on the back, the 3 on the back, I've gained, well, as many as I want up here. I'm also going to be putting some hard cases up here, which will have the recovery gear and stuff like that. Just the shit that you don't use all the time, stuff that's not super heavy. And yeah, I'll get it up on the roof and out of the way. Another update, radius rods are now pretty much all on, one more to go. But yeah, these things are stout. Basically the idea behind a lot of what we're doing today is just trying to get things to be bulletproof. Like, these aren't parts that I expected to break, but by putting on beefier parts, it's just an insurance policy. So you'll be fine with the stock ones, but if you want to make sure that you are extra fine, and they also look pretty blingy as well, then this is definitely a worthwhile upgrade. And while Travis is putting that in, this is a perfect example to show you how much droop is on the suspension on these things and how insane the angle is on the CV joint. So one of the things that we've been talking about here in doing all this with the car is maybe putting on some limiting straps, and so that essentially will go bolt to bolt, so it will stop this trailing arm from dropping as low, which then obviously puts this at a very severe angle. And so it's, again, it's an insurance policy. It's just going to make sure that you don't pop a CV joint. And yeah, it's just quite simply a strap that bolts from there to there that stops it from extending all the way out like this. And realistically, to lose that 2 inches of droop isn't going to make a difference to how the car rides or anything else. So yeah, again, it's just little things worth doing. I don't jump this car. It's not how I use it. That being said, I have jumped this car, not on purpose. Sometimes, you know, you hit a little whoop or you hit a little bump somewhere and you do get airborne. So it's just, yeah, if you want the car to treat you well, then it's nice to treat the car well. So that is probably something that I'll look into doing at a later date. Take a look at this new fancy bit of carbon fiber. So air intake is in. So obviously the whole air box was right here. Now we're just coming straight off the turbo, right up, and then it ends up just there. Now, because I run the roof scoop, that is going to be blocked off, so you're not going to hear it as loud as you would if I wasn't running the roof scoop. But even so, I think it's going to sound epic. You're going to really hear that turbo chattering, so that should be nice. Then we've also got the RPM catch can here, and so basically what this does is it will take a lot of the oil vapor that is usually recirculated back through the air intake. And the problem with that is that it kind of gums up your boost pipes and everything. So what that will do is it'll take that gas, it'll spin it around inside of this can here, separate the oil from the air, clean air goes back into the engine, and then the oil just builds up, and then you can just pull the drain plug, drain it out after every few rides, and you're good to go. So once again, it just kind of keeps everything running better. It's that insurance policy. Just make sure that the engine is happy and stays happy for as long as possible. Well, good morning. We are back. I had to take a few days off to go and film some other stuff, but the car's finished. It looks amazing. In fact, let me pull it out here so that we can have a look at it in the sunshine. It sounds so rowdy. So there we go. That is it in all its glory. Man, it looks good with the rear tire back there. Don't get me wrong, I actually quite liked it up top. It kind of gave it a bit of a Africa rally overland sort of Land Rover feel. But now that it's on the back, I mean, it just looks so mean. And then we've got the trunk under here, so hold on, I'll do it one-handed. There we go. Up on the gas struts, and then you've got the catches and the cooler. This obviously comes out, so now I've got plenty of space under here where I can stash stuff away, so if I do have to park up somewhere, I don't have to leave stuff out to get stolen. And hello. Wow, that took a long time to expose. There we go. Hello, welcome to Williams. And the car is finished. It actually is going to have a few more goodies added to it since you last saw it.
I tried not, I'm sorry.
Bless you. So yeah, it's got new suspension on it, which is coming in the next video, but I just didn't have time to film all of the DRT stuff, so just pretend like that's not there. But we have got the whole car finished now, so we did all of the DRT stuff. So we did the radius rods, obviously the rear tire carrier. As you can see, we have been out and we've been doing some playing, and it's been working absolutely brilliant. Let me show you if I can do this one-handed. Let me show you the setup that I've got under here. So the way that I have it all worked out is my tool roll is now under there. This has got all of my tow stuff in it. So this is the cooler, but I'm using it as a tool chest rather than a cooler. So I've got my tow straps in here. I've got other recovery gear. What else? I've got all my like shovel and axe and just various other things. This side is currently empty, but it's been working great, and driving the car with this has been awesome. Like, it feels really nicely balanced. Absolutely loving it. And then yeah, since the last time you saw it, we also did the air intake, which I'm gonna go do a little razzle dazzle because Jesus does it sound crazy. So that's the RPM air intake, and it sits up here as you guys saw, and oh my god, it's so loud. I'm not gonna lie, it's almost too loud. Now, it's a good job I like induction and turbo whooshy whistles because you hear them all. And I can only imagine what this thing would sound like in a two-seater, because 4 seats, it's there, your heads are there. In a 2-seat, instead of it being there, it's right here. So, I mean, I feel like you'd go deaf if you were getting on it all the time without earplugs or a helmet. But anyway, sounds great. I don't know if it makes more power with the exhaust. The butt dyno tells me that it's much more rowdy, but that could also just be because it makes so much more noise. But yeah, and then all the goodies, like the paddles have worked really well. I really like how they feel. Amanda hasn't had to grab the oh shit handle, but it looks cool. And then, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Obviously, the front radius rods. We'll get to talking about this. We've got a full shock therapy suspension setup on the car now, and oh my goodness, is it amazing. But that'll be for another video. And then the roof rack is now empty, other than just my Starlink up there, which is perfect, honestly, because it brings all that center of gravity down. So let me just hook up a camera in the car so you can experience what it's like now and how rowdy it is with that intake and, you know, all the other stuff that we've done to it. So hopefully the GoPro picks it up, because I can't see how it wouldn't. It's so loud. So we're gonna go engine mode Sport Plus. It's gonna activate that anti-lag. Then we'll do exhaust open, obviously. Yeah, and then let's just send it. Like I said, it is absolutely insane now, and we'll talk about it in a later video, but the suspension, oh my goodness, it took it from amazing to like perfection. This thing drives so fucking good. So needless to say, I'm one very happy boy with all of the new goodies that we've added to this. Yeah, it's absolutely badass. Oh yeah, the other thing, the catch can as well. So that thing's been running great. We went for a big ride yesterday. We did about 150 miles, and I opened this up, and actually there wasn't that much blow by at all. I maybe got like, I don't know, 5 milliliters of fluid out of it. So that's going to be really cool, help keep that intake clean and just keep it running for as long as possible. I mean, at the end of the day, all the stuff that I've done to this isn't to make more horsepower. It doesn't have a tune on it. It's running a bone stock tune, but we've just done the intake, the exhaust, let it breathe a little bit better, and then yeah, everything else is pretty much insurance. Beefier stuff. You'll see in the next video, but we also went with the shock therapy sway bar drop links as well. So the only thing that really needs beefing up over stock now would be the sway bar, and so I think I might get a shock therapy unit on there just to complete the whole thing. But if you are interested in hearing more about that suspension, stay tuned to the next video, because I'm going to go through the whole thing. I took it to the shock therapy headquarters. I watched them do the whole process, learned all about valving, learned all about spring rates. It was really interesting. And my God, does it make a difference now that I've actually been out and tested it. So more to come on that one, guys. Thanks for watching. Get out, ride. It's 110 degrees in Havasu, and it is absolutely perfect right here in Williams. So if you are a Havasu local and you're missing riding your side-by-side and you haven't been up here, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Also, make sure you go and check out Just Money Motorsports. They're the ones that have done all the work on this, and they have done an absolutely amazing job. So if you're in Havasu and you're looking for a shop to work on your side-by-side, your jet ski, your boat, your bike, they've actually done some work on my bike since I last spoke to you guys as well. Actually, I don't think you even know about that. Yeah, I got a new motorcycle. Anyway, lots to come, like I said. Be good people, make good choices. Until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Unless it's fun, and then tell me about it. Bye.